Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back today to continue my countdown of all the Jurassic Park and World movies leading up to Jurassic World Dominion, and today I'm reviewing the Lost World Jurassic Park. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. It will really help me out and support my channel. And if you were already part of this channel, welcome back. Now, I had a great time filming the last video. Everything was a lot of fun except for when I was editing and I had to listen to my own voice. I can't stand the sound of my own voice. Anyway, I'll keep pushing through and hopefully I'll get used to hearing my voice regularly. If not, I will eventually die of cringe. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, like I said, today I'm here to review the Lost World Jurassic Park, the second movie in the Jurassic franchise. And I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but I actually really enjoy it. I still remember when I was about 9 years old, finding out that there were more than one Jurassic Park movies. And it was when I got my first computer and I discovered the internet. I was looking up a lot of stuff to do with dinosaurs and orcas. Orcas, my most favorite animal. And somehow I stumbled upon a trailer for the second Jurassic Park movie, and I saw this. I was like, there's more? And I still remember going to Blockbusters to rent the second and third Jurassic Park movies. Yeah, I was back when Blockbusters was still a thing. So anyway, let's talk about this movie. So The Lost World Jurassic Park is once again directed by Steven Spielberg and also has the return of Jeff Goldblum as Dr. Ian Malcolm. And at the start of this film, John Hammond is recruiting him and other characters like Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn to go to this other island called Isla Sorna, known as Site B, where they would create the dinosaurs initially and then eventually ship them to Isla Nublar, where the actual Jurassic Park was. So he's recruiting them to go check out this island and study the dinosaurs because they've survived and they're wild now, essentially. So he wants them to study them and hopes to get people to just leave the island alone and not meddle with it any further. So I really like the idea of another island with dinosaurs, and I just love seeing dinosaurs that are now wild, not in captivity, even though they broke out in the last one. I really like that. Plus, I gotta say this movie's got 3 T-Rexes in it, 2 adults and a baby. I partly love this movie just because of that. I mean, what's not to love about multiple T-Rexes? So at the island, Jeff Goldblum's character is only there to get Julianne Moore's character, which is his girlfriend in the story, to get her off the island because he doesn't really want to be there after his experience with the first island. He wants nothing to do with it, but he goes to get her back. And once the team gets there, InGen shows up. I believe I said that right, InGen. It shows up to capture dinosaurs to bring back to San Diego to create a zoo around San Diego instead of having an actual island off the coast of Costa Rica. So they show up, and now these 2 teams are there, one to study the dinosaurs, one to take them. And so this InGen does capture some dinosaurs, and it leads to the main characters freeing and sort of just destroying the camp that InGen has, and now they can no longer communicate with the mainland to get off. It was an exciting scene. And it also leads to a great scene with the T-Rexes. I'm not sure if it's better than the T-Rex scene in the first movie, but I'd say it's on par with it, where there's a baby T-Rex that a hunter from the InGen crew, he injured it because he wanted to attract the male T-Rex to shoot it, to hunt it, because he's like a game hunter. Anyway, the good guys rescue this baby and they go to fix its leg that was broken in their base, in their bus or whatever it is, and its parents show up and they're not happy, and they give their baby back, but the T-Rexes aren't done. They come back to, I believe they said they feel like they have to defend their territory. So we get a great scene where they're just wreaking havoc on their whole camp, and they're pushing this big bus that they live in over the cliff. One of the characters gets eaten and sort of ripped in half by the 2 parents. Ripped to him, but it was a cool scene, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, more great scenes like that from Steven Spielberg. Once again, the animatronics are great. CGI for the most part is really good. A lot of it takes place at night, so it sort of hides the flaws of the CG from that time. But it was really good. And one thing I will say about this movie, as much as I really enjoy it, plot-wise, it's not quite as focused as the first one. The main crew go to the island, and Ian Malcolm's is going there to rescue his girlfriend, and an engine shows up, and then they deal with them, and then because they destroy their camp and now they can't communicate with the mainland, and now working with the engine crew to get to this base that still has a radio, and then they get off the island, and then that's into San Francisco. So it's a little bit scattered, but still, as it's scattered, it's still very entertaining. You get great scenes with the Velociraptor. I could have done without the acrobatic scene kicking the Velociraptor out the window. I could have done it without that, but the Velociraptors were really cool in this. Some great action. You get more scenes with the T-Rex parents that are really cool, where they're chasing these people. One grabs this guy from a waterfall. It's really cool. And again, they go to San Diego. San Diego's where they go, as I mentioned. And the male T-Rex, which was sort of shot down by the hunter, but with like tranquilizers. So he was shipped there with the infant T-Rex. And so the male T-Rex is wreaking havoc over San Diego. It's a great scene, but it's an abrupt change when they go there. We're on the island, they're rescued, and then all of a sudden we're in San Diego. It's an abrupt change, and then when the ship that has the male T-Rex does come in, it comes crashing in because all the crew are dead. And I remember watching them like, how did the T-Rex get all these people? Because it looked like it was pretty much enclosed in the cargo bay and it couldn't get out. But even if it did, you saw like just a guy's hand on the wheel for the ship in this cabin. It's like, how'd the T-Rex get in there? So that kind of confused me a bit. So I have an issue with that a bit. But other than that, like when the T-Rex is just rampaging through, it's a lot of fun. This movie's definitely not as good as the first one. It doesn't have the same awe to it when you first see the dinosaurs, because we've already seen it. They kind of have a scene where they try and get that with the characters who haven't seen it, with the Stegosauruses, which is still a cool scene, especially with the baby. The animatronic for the baby Stegosaurus was great, but it still lacked the awe because the audience, we've already seen the dinosaurs. And like I said, the plot's a little more scattered and less focused than the first one, but still got a lot of entertaining scenes in it. And like I said, I don't get why a lot of people don't like this, so if someone who doesn't like this, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me why you don't like it. If you do like it, tell me why you like it. So yeah, it's not as good as the first one, but it's different than the first one. It doesn't feel like a copy of the first movie like some sequels do. That's one thing I like about this, is it feels like another Jurassic Park movie, but a different Jurassic Park movie. It fits the franchise, but it's not the same as the first one, which is one of the things I respect about that. And I feel that Steven Spielberg's really good with doing it with the sequels, is making them different from the first ones, like Temple of Doom from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So overall, even though I have some issues with this film, I still really enjoy it. I think it's a very solid entry to the Jurassic franchise. Overall, I would give it an 80%. So for everyone who has seen this movie, be sure to leave a comment of what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. I'd love to know what you guys think. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. It will really help out my channel. And stay tuned for my next review of Jurassic Park 3 that should be out tomorrow. Assuming I haven't died of cringe listening to my voice from editing all these videos. But look forward to that. And until then, take care, everybody.